Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Board YouTube channel for a brand new week of shows here with the Pick and Roll live stream presented by FanDuel. We're live for Monday, December 16th. We have a decent slate of NBA games to work with today. 6 games on the slate, a lot of small spreads as well, so should breed you some interesting opportunities for betting. And tomorrow, we have one game. It is the NBA Cup final between the Milwaukee Bucks and the Oklahoma City Thunder. We're going to have a video coming out tomorrow to cover that game specifically, but we'll be covering the 6 Monday games today. But to keep up to date with all the content, such as that video coming out tomorrow, make sure you're subscribed to the Board YouTube channel. Also, make sure you hit the notification bell as well. Never miss out on anything that we have dropping. And drop a like on this particular stream if you do enjoy along the way, especially if you want to tail some of the picks from the show. Let's go to the previous show's picks, the Friday. And it was an unfortunate end to the week on Friday. We had a big slate. We had 4 picks from the slate, but it was an unfortunate 1-3 day. Jared Allen finally comes through for us this season, but Norman Powell misses out on his points. Nick Richards suddenly moves to the bench, and Joel Embiid picks up an injury. But the Sixers may have lost that game regardless, as Pips said pre-show. Pips, any word on the Friday slate as a whole?
Yeah, guys, I'm sorry, terrible week behind us. I'll say, even privately, one of the worst weeks I ever had in the NBA betting. I don't know, tough one. Probably needed to bet more unders in the cup games as the defenses were really good. Friday, Nick Richards comes from the bench, didn't even play all bench minutes. Mark Williams starts, killed the line in limited minutes as a starter. Embiid injury, as you said, I think it had legs to cover with 76ers, but they played terrible. Nick Nurse is fucking awful on offense. This career-wise, but this season especially. Their go-to play against the Pacers was isolate Embiid at the free throw line, and he just shot jumpers and missed them. I don't know what kind of offense is that. And Paul George, first half with Embiid, had 1 field goal attempts. He was just standing in the corner. Maxi struggled as well. So god awful stuff from 76ers. Now they lost McCain and Embiid, so probably losing. This is a season probably out of. Yeah, I don't think they can compete this season. Think this is done. Think this is done now.
Incredible turn of events for what was considered to be a team that could possibly, when they got Paul George, it was like, oh, can they be better than the Celtics this year? And I think most people would say that was not going to happen. They weren't going to be as good as the Celtics, but many would have said, yes, they can certainly compete and rival with them. That has not materialized. They've had injuries, yes, but also when they are healthy, they still are struggling. So quite a bit of the season to go. We'll just have to see if they can try and make things right.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Yeah, sorry. I thought you are skipping I need to say Powell 1. He started the game 0 from 5 from threes, all wide open threes, all, as I said, helping inside on pick and rolls, wide open 3 for corners. He missed 5 to start. He made a couple of ones later, and then when he started going, it was a blowout, and he spent on the bench last, I think, 8 minutes of the game. It will be close. Even with those 8 minutes, it wouldn't be an easy cover, but I do think he covers with 2 additional buckets. Sucks, but yeah.
Well, 6-game slate today. Let's get to work here. We can try and recoup and have a good week here as we get into the festive period. But before we jump into the games today, a word from the presenting sponsor on the Board YouTube channel, the FanDuel Sportsbook, still with the fantastic offer from FanDuel, America's #1 sportsbook, where you can catch all the action around the league. As we head into this festive season here, well, first of all, we have the NBA Cup final going off tomorrow, but the Christmas Day games are always incredibly popular, so you don't miss out on any of the action. You can play any $5 bet on the NBA on FanDuel, and you'll be able to access 3 months of NBA League Pass completely for free. So make sure, if you're betting on anything going on right now, whether it's who's going to win, whether it's a player prop, points over, make sure you bet it on FanDuel and watch your picks come to life live with League Pass. But on top of this, for a limited time, new customers can bet $5, get $150 in bonus bets if your first bet wins. To access all this great stuff, visit FanDuel.com/board And you can get 3 months of NBA League Pass, courtesy of FanDuel, the official sportsbook partner of the NBA. On top of this, bonus for new customers. But must be 21 plus and present in select states with Kansas affiliation with Kansas Star Casino, or 18 plus and present in DC. First online real money wager, only $5 first deposit required. Bonus issues now withdrawable bonus bet, but expires 7 days after receipt. After a 3-month free trial, the full price of League Pass will be automatically charged monthly. Cancel anytime. No refunds. Terms, restrictions, and embargoes apply. Limit 1 pass per customer. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit fanduel.com/RG. Call 1-888-789-7777 or visit ccpg.org/chat in Connecticut or visit mdgamblinghelpline.org in Maryland. Hope is here. Visit gamblinghelplinema.org or call 800-327-5050 for 24/7 support in Massachusetts, or call 1-877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY in New York. We'll jump into things here. Open up the FanDuel slate. First game of the day to cover. And it features those Philadelphia 76ers who have struggled so mightily. And they are 3-point favorites on the road at Charlotte. What do you think about the spread here?
I think depends on LaMelo. I think LaMelo could be back. LaMelo is questionable for this one. Could be back for the Hornets. So in that case, I think the spread is too high. But without LaMelo, they should win. But no, actually, Mark Williams is starting back. Miles Bridges is back. Brandon Miller, Josh Green.
If I don't even see anything on the injury report. I see an empty injury report.
LaMelo is questionable on my side, and I think Hornets should cover with LaMelo. Like LaMelo Ball, Josh Green, Brandon Miller, Miles Bridges, Mark Williams, Cody Martin, Nick Richards, Vasily. Like they have everyone healthy besides Tremont. On the other side, it's Caleb Martin, Embiid, Jared McCain out for the 76ers. So tough one for the 76ers.
Yeah. This is one, I mean, when you're a team who has the aspirations of the Sixers and you're 7-16, this is really a game you got to be winning, but it won't be so easy. Completely agree there. Anything from a player prop standpoint that you're looking at here?
I don't know what's even open at FanDuel. Let me just check quickly. Do they have
basically like Sixers players and then LaMelo Ball? Just because if he's playing, these are his numbers, but you have no idea what to price other guys at if he's not playing.
Yeah. I mean, Tyrese Maxey is too high. Paul George as well. I think they'll send some doubles on them. I don't see value in any of these lines. Let me just check. Yabusele. The line heavily moved on his rebounds. I think the book is now well adjusted. They were off earlier today, but he played like 30 minutes in every game without Caleb and Embiid, so he will have huge minutes. But now the book is adjusted. He was 4.5 rebounds. Now he's
well, he's 4.5 minus 156 now. Yeah, most places are actually showing prices like this. This is actually one of the better prices in market on the 4.5.
This was smashed by a lot of people early. So I'm not betting on this, but the spread is weird kind of. I like spread is like LaMelo won't play.
Right.
Do you see any reason for it to be favored by?
Well, if LaMelo's playing, you think this goes to like 1.5 on the spread?
Should, but I don't know.
Like at that point,
they played twice this season, and it was close wins by 76ers. I don't know, man. This one is tough.
If it's like close to pick 'em, I would probably like the Sixers. I don't know enough to bet it, but I would lean Sixers there.
Agreed. Yeah, no bets here. Let's move.
All right, we move. Let's go to the next game. Miami visiting the Detroit Pistons. Miami 4.5 on the spread. They've started to piece some wins together. 4 wins in a row. Tyler Hero is playing sensational basketball this season. I know we're not particularly fond of Mr. Hero on this show here, but he's playing great basketball. Cannot deny that. We haven't made any money, nor have we lost any money on him. But, the Heat are starting to win some games. And they're favored here. Over-under here at 219.5. What are your thoughts here?
I'm Miami on the road, and I don't like them on the road. This is a close game probably, and not much to say about this one. Uh, Tobias Harris is out for the Pistons, and how he's playing, I don't know if been a bad thing for them. He's been real struggling this season. Uh, I don't know who starts in front of for Tobias Harris, so that's a huge question they have. Probably Simone Fontecchio. So they have some shooting, but overall, I don't know. Not huge. Like this looks like a great spot for Tyler Hero, so we don't have any bets. Last time I said it, he stayed under.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, so you'd be looking in this case at Tyler Hero points,
yeah. I think this is
and the what you don't like about so Tyler Hero over 23.5 plus 100 here.
22 and a half. Like it's 20 widely available at 22 and a half.
If you
Yeah,
like
I for example, check out K. Check out line for K here.
22.5.
I- yeah, and there are 24 and a halves out there. And if we get 24 and a half, I will bet under without thinking twice. But it's only on, I think, 2 or 3 spots, 24 and a half. So, yeah, can't do much here. Like, FanDuel is like sharp. Like, they move their stuff quick. Real
Yeah,
quick.
they're
Yeah.
they're the first to go. So, part of the reason why you don't like betting Tyler Hero, not only is there like the track record on the show of limited success, you just you've explained it as like whether Tyler Hero's a good or bad matchup, it doesn't really correlate with performances. He's gonna have a good game or he's gonna have a bad game, regardless of what's being thrown at him. So it's difficult to predict from your perspective, Tyler Hero. So is that kind
Yeah.
of part of the reason why you want to ignore him today?
Yeah. For example, he stayed under against the Bucks, the drop coverage, against the Suns, who allows most pull up, and then he covered against the Cleveland Cavaliers, against the Wolves, against the like Knicks, and yeah, it's tough.
All right, so we'll pass on this game because it's tie here. But hey, you are in charge of yourself watching the show. If you like Tyler Hero here, Pips slightly advocates towards it and thinks it's a good look. It's just not a player he usually likes to go with. It is what it is. We'll go into the Bulls and Raptors game here. Somebody in the chat mentioned earlier that this game could present an opportunity for an SGP. We shall see.
Yeah.
I'm trying to find that comment. I can't find. Anyways, here it is. It was D.Shifty saying could be a fantastic look for a big SGP. We'll see
Yeah.
how Pips feels about this one. With the spread for this one, it's basically pick 'em. Bulls on the road are -1.5. Over under here of 240. How do you feel about this game?
Yeah, someone. Yeah, I have an idea for biggest seven game parlay. This one, pretty correlated. It's
Oof.
Grady Dick, 15 plus, Jacob, 15 plus, RJ Barrett, 6 plus assist. So 2 on
Okay,
points, 15s, and 1 on
there it
6
says.
plus. Yeah,
Very correlated, I would say.
yeah.
And we do have a big SGP that was well called pre-show.
And let's add other end. Let's add Grady Dick 2 plus 3s, just because I don't think he's scoring 15 plus points without at least 2 3s tonight,
All right,
especially
so
against
Grady
the team
Dick.
like, yeah,
2+3s. We get up to plus 251 for this bet. This where you want to
yeah.
go with?
Yes.
All right, there we go. Official bet. Take it away on the explanation.
Uh, High speed. So first off, I'll start with RJ Barrett. Last game, I believe they started Davion Mitchell off the bench.
Correct.
And with that being said, we discussed assists, and I said when without Barnes, when RJ Barrett is sharing the court with Davion, his assists are low and Davion Mitchell assists are quite high. But when they start Davion Mitchell off the bench, it's like clear as day that they play through RJ Barrett. If they play pick and rolls with Barrett, Bulls kind of aggressive on pick and rolls and drives. Going back to their scheme of the last season, last game, uh, AJ had 10 assists against Miami on 16 potential assists. Kind of expect something similar. And the Wolves allow second most assists in the entire game. If you look at the games when he played like teams with allowing high assists, it's Miami 10 assists, Miami again 7 assists, Pelicans 11 assists, 12 against the Lakers, or so on. So like greatest number for AJ Barrett to get tonight. Grady Dick kind of last game against the Miami, 11 attempted threes, made only 3, and even with that kind of efficiency, scored 22 points. Now playing the high-spaced team in the league, they allow spot up, they allow transition, off-screen stuff, handoffs, everything for Grady Dick against the Bulls tonight. And then they have Jacob. He scored 16 points against Miami. Kind of covering this easily entire season.
Came off the bench against Miami. It was a weird game, by the
Yeah,
way.
yeah. I don't know what's with that stuff.
So he had back spasms right before the game started, so he wasn't able to start because they had to work on it. But then he came in after 2 minutes and was fine.
Yeah.
It was just a weird one, but yeah.
Yeah, 3 days of rest between that game, so I think we should be fine. All the weeks covering, as you can see, they scored 37% higher than their lines against the Bulls. Second most points to pick and roll rollman, a ton of two cuts and putbacks. The most at the rim, allowing the most points at the rim. That's perfect matchup for Jacob. And that's it. Like not much. Like easy, simple, straightforward same game parlay for this one.
All right, there we go. There is our first official bet of the day. Grady Dick, 15 plus points and 2 plus 3-pointers made. Jakob Poeltl, 15 plus points. RJ Barrett, 6 plus assists. And to add on to a bit of the strangeness of the Raptors lineup that game, RJ Barrett, I said David Mitchell still coming off the bench. RJ Barrett was just a starting point guard straight up. So I would say he's the point guard anyways when he's out there. But they just literally started him at point guard. So an interesting maneuver. Probably the best maneuver for the way things are going right now for the struggling Raptors. Absolutely.
Yeah, especially when you have like Baji and Grady Dick and players like that. It's mostly spot up movement shooters.
Yeah.
Like you need to get the ball to best driver you have on the team and make some kickouts.
Yeah.
So yeah,
So
I kind of like that. Yeah.
absolutely. So let's move into the next game on the board here. Cavaliers minus 10 favorites on the road against the Brooklyn Nets. The Nets had a pretty fun start to the season the way they're playing, but they're 10-15. I think at some point tanking will come into play, and maybe this spread would indicate that. The over-under here at 217.5. You've liked betting the Cavs and some players this year. Is there anything in this game that you're looking at or any matchups?
Yeah, I like some. I'll just fortunately one line moved, but I think we can still do it. Like it's available on couple of spots at minus 125, minus 120. It's Evan Mobley over 23 and a half points and rebounds.
All right.
You can check it out. I think it's like minus 120 and minus 125 out there. If you want to bet 24 and a half, bet half a unit. I think it's still value, but not as much
rebounds at 23 and a half. Yeah. 23 and a half. We can find that minus 125. There's better, but minus 125 widely available. Is that a number you'd want to go with?
Can you repeat that in here?
Over 23 and a half at minus 125 is widely available.
Yeah, that's great. I think minus 120 and minus 125 are great for this one.
Fantastic. So we will go with that as the second official play. What is it about Mobley's matchup here you like?
We can go through the props madness. This one is like one of the easiest bets I found so far this season. You can just open the props madness. So I can show. Yeah. It wasn't for me. So okay. So we can first look. No any filters. He's over this line in 17 out 24 games this season. 27.3 points and rebounds average. But 2 games where he had some injury, and we exclude those two with 90 plus minutes. His hit rate goes to 17 out of 22 with 28.8 points and rebounds average. But if you go a bit further, we can see that he scores 68% of his points at the rim, and that he is now playing Nets who allow fourth most points at the rim. So if you exclude like top, just a second. If you exclude the Nets, the teams that allows least points at the rim, like top, I would say like 6, 7, we get this. We exclude teams that are great rim defense. He's over this line in 15 out of 17 game. That's 88% win rate this season, and average 30.3 points and rebounds. This is super weird line. I expected honestly like if he gets 25.5 years, he's still covering this in 70% of the games. Even 20, like 7.5, he still covers this at huge rate. So yeah, this is weird. Also, when you look at the game against the one of the highest games of the season, like second highest points rebounds game of the season, came against the Nets, where he had 23 points and 16 rebounds, and for total of 39 points and rebounds in that game. Similar players like Vucevic, Wendell Carter, like clear this line easily. Overall, like Jaren Jackson Jr., Santi Aldama, Mo Wagner, like everyone had a great success against the Nets. They allow second most transition. They allow third most free throws. They allow 10 most spot up points, fourth most at the rim, and they tend to put two on the ball against Garland and Mitchell. So yeah, everything looks like great for this bet.
All right. There you have it. Over 23.5 points plus rebounds for Evan Mobley. Widely available at 120 minus 125, but some 120s out there as well. Two more games to go through as we move through the show today. Denver on the road at the Sacramento Kings. The struggling Denver Nuggets, might I add, compared to what you would normally expect out of this team. They are 13-10. They are fifth in the West, but kind of feels like they should be doing a little bit better than that. Today, dealing with some players that are questionable. Jamal Murray is probable for this one, but even still, 1.5 point underdogs against the Sacramento Kings. An interesting spread here. Do you agree with it?
Road stuff is quite kind of difficult for them. If they were at home, they will be probably like 5.5 favorites. I think that like Denver is one of the teams that has high swing when they go from home to away.
Yeah,
But I do
one of the
think
best home courts
like
for sure.
yeah, I would say like they should cover this. They should cover 1.5 in this one. I don't know if there are. I didn't check if there are any twos out there. If there are, I will take it. But yeah, I don't think they should win. I don't think I have a bet on this one because I have no idea how are they going to defend Nikola Jokic in this one. That's like an honest opinion on this because I honestly don't have idea. Like what are they going to do to defend Nikola Jokic?
Right.
So that changes kind of everything.
Everything.
Yeah, I looked into the Aaron Gordon, but they are the best transition defense and they allow the least at the rim. So kind of depends how they defend Jokic. Jamal Murray, they are kind of aggressive against pick and roll ball handlers and good at the transition. So again, depends on how they defend Jokic. Christian Brown is one that could be like also a good bet, but he scores 1/3 of his points in transition, now playing the best transition defense. So it's kind of tough. And only one place has 11.5. So yeah, no bets on this one. Even though probably most people did expect to have bets on this one. Yeah, I don't have a read on how they defend Jokic. I need to probably check the last couple of seasons. How because they have the same coach. But I think one game they did this, one game they did that. So tough to guess.
No worries. We'll go to the last game for today. We have the Utah Jazz against the Los Angeles Clippers. The Jazz are a bottom feeder team, certainly in the Western Conference or the NBA standings in general. They're 5-19. Not as bad as the Pelicans, though. They're +8 on the road at the Clippers. Over under here of 223.5. The Clippers, after their very good start to the season, have lost 3 in a row. And in this brutal Western Conference, 14-12 puts you at 9th. So not even getting a home playoff, a home game to start off. Oh, sorry, actually would be a home playoff game for playing tournament. You'd have double 2 wins for the playing tournament with that spot, is what I'm trying to say. How do you read this game here?
Uh, it's I'll probably do some Harden stuff. I do expect Harden to be in a great spot here to facilitate. So we are going to bet Harden 8+ assists.
All right.
Yeah,
8
Harden
plus
8 plus,
assists.
plus. Can you check the line for like over 8.5? Just to see how it's.
8.5 would be minus 113.
Yeah. Oh, okay. We'll do this 8 plus with combined with Pavel. Pavel 15 plus points and 2 plus threes. I
Okay.
think it's a great matchup for both of these players. So
Norman Powell, 2 plus threes. Norman Powell, 15 plus points. James Harden, 8 plus assists. Gives us minus 102 odds. Is that what we're going to go with?
yeah. First off, I'll show some Harden assist. Just a second. But he had some games where he didn't play fourth quarter, so I'll just clear that out because I think tonight he will play in the fourth quarter, and he had a lot of games where he played teams who are top of the league in the assist allowed. So yeah, he's covering this easily. Uh, the Utah Jazz allows third most assists. And in the game where he played against them this season, he had 11 assists on 22 potential assists. I'll just check the numbers, but I think this was one of the season highest season games in terms of potential assists for Harden. Look at this season, he had 21 against the Suns and 19 against the Golden State Warriors, 20 against the Kings, and the season high 22 potential assists against Utah Jazz. As I said, they just leak assists to the dominant handlers, and third most overall. I think the most to the guards. And yeah, so this is a perfect matchup for James Harden. On his scoring wise, if you take a look, they are fifth best against ball handlers and average against the isolation. So do tend to send doubles on drives on the pick and roll. So that will just help Harden to get assist, and especially being the dead last transition defense. That's some easy targets for Harden after a defensive rebound to hit players. On the Pavel side note, we remember this one as we head over on Pavel against the Utah Jazz. I think we had it in a game where he had 19 points 2 minutes into the second half and ended up with 19, missing 8 straight shots in the second half, which was hilarious. But he ended up with 11 threes attempted in that game. If you take a look at the threes, we can see that Utah Jazz allowed the third most threes in the league, which is a great matchup for Norman Powell. He had 4 threes in that game. Overall, he had 2 threes, 2+3s in almost every game this season. And when you take a look at the points, he's a very consistent scorer. Uh, I'm just going to like exclude the games against the best defense in the league, which is Oklahoma City Thunder and Houston. And if you look at the games that are not against top 2 teams in defense, Utah Jazz is the worst defensive rating in the league, the worst defense in the league. He had scored 16 plus in every single game of the season. So that makes total sense to go like high correlation bet.
Right. So there we go. Definitely getting some correlation here. We have James Harden, 8 plus assists. Powell, 15 plus points and 2 plus 3-pointers made. Everything about this, definitely seeing some correlation there. Minus 102 at FanDuel. So that will be it for the picks on today from Pips here. But we will hand it over to you in the chat as we always do to end off the show. If you have any word in the chat on a bet you like today or a lean or any question at all you may have about betting or the NBA, fire it away and we'll get to them in the chat here. We'll get to a few of these. So we have to speed things along a little bit today. But I've got one queued up a little bit from earlier. We have a question about RJ Barrett, double today. I think
Price,
last
price,
game
price, price.
he had a triple double. Yes, send in your prices. I did look this one up. I'll just double check. It was plus 225. Best price in market. That is way off, though, compared to others. Most books have this in the plus 180 or so range, even a little bit less, plus 155 at FanDuel. How do you like this?
I mean, he could get 10 assists, but that price is not that great. Like, you will expect the price for it to be very high, like six, line is 6.5. So him getting 10, like, do people think there is a chance he gets it with rebounds?
I mean, he got a triple double last game.
Yeah, I'll probably bet triple double better than double double and get like huge price because him to get 10 assists only is plus 400.
I don't know. Triple doubles plus 1,500. That's not high enough for me to bet RJ Barrett. I didn't even like 2,200, which was last game, and he got one. So that's obviously going to come down a little bit.
There is a higher chance by bookies for him to get a triple double, double with rebounds than it with the assists. So I do think he is more inclined to get it with assists than rebounds. So I would say bet 10 plus assists better than double. But I do think there is a chance I expect him to be like in 7 or 8 rebounds range. And if he is covered assist, he's going for a triple double. So I think even a triple double of 1,500 should be like value spot. I mean, it's a bit lower than last game, but it's very like great matchup. Bulls allow the most rebounds, most assists in the league. So like this is a probably the best matchup entire season for triple double. So I do think in this spot, I think even 1,500 has some value. I don't know if that's best price on the market or
1,500 is best price.
FanDuel.
FanDuel has plus 1,000.
Yeah, I would bet that as well. Like not like huge bet, but like small bet. I think that has the value as well.
Yeah, over double. I mean, double is like plus. I mean, like plus 180. I agree. If you're gonna, I'd rather just play 10 plus assists at that. And live with it if he gets a double with rebounds. But that. I think that's a little low. I personally also think that the triple double number could be a bit low, but I recognize, this is the best matchup for him to get it today, which is fair. We'll go to Carlo here, who asked about Yabusele. If you do want to get in on the rebounds, can you put it with 4+ rebounds and the Hornets alt spread at 10.5 at 1.75 odds?
1.75 is like minus 140. If you are doing something like that, I would hunt better price. That's probably
minus 133.
Yeah. So I would say, combine it with his points or threes, or like if he's getting 4, he should probably playing a lot of time on the court. So maybe like Yabusele, 10 plus points, 2 plus threes, 2 plus, like combined with if he's getting 4 rebounds, he should probably play like at least 25 minutes. If he's playing 25 minutes, he should be close to covering assist threes and points. So I will use like in my opinion, I know like this is probably like I know which book has stuff like this. This is European stuff. Carlo is probably Croatia, Serbia, Bosnia, like my kind of area. So probably adding some stuff on his points, or is like 5 plus 5 option, or like plus, I think 10 plus points, 1 plus 3 with
Well,
4+ rebounds or stuff like that.
a similar question comes in about Yabusele over 14.5 points plus rebounds. So instead of taking the rebound line, which is heavily juiced now, 14.5 on the points plus rebound line. No price. Same prices if you send it a bet, by the way. I'll just double check the price here, but it just makes it easier for us when
Uh,
covering.
I'll probably bet that if I had the good price on it. It's not widely available. It's like
Minus 110 is the best in market, which is also a very good price in market.
I mean, if we can make this official bet at -110, I'll make it. But I don't think it
uh,
makes sense for the show. Yeah,
I don't
it's
think I
not
don't
wildly.
think we can do it for the
Yeah,
show.
but if you can find -110, -120, I will bet this as official bet on the show if I can find it. But I know there is not. There's like -130 at
One
most
spot.
of the. Yeah, so tough one. It moved heavily. Maybe at the time of the question was more widely available. But yeah, I think
This isn't that long
also
ago.
yeah,
Anyways,
just saying 20 24. So the thing is, Ezana, I don't know if that's how to pronounce it, but 20.4 points and rebounds with 25+ minutes. You need to cap the minutes as well. Like you need to exclude couple of double overtimes and stuff. Like when you look at this, I know. Like I'll open the props madness. I looked into it before the show. That was my preferred spot, but it got heavily juiced, so I moved away. But sharing it on the screen for you guys. Uh, so when he plays 24 plus 5+ minutes, yeah, you see this exactly this. Yeah, I probably someone using props madness because this is it. This is 25+ minutes, 20.4. But you need to exclude the game with 43 minutes against the Houston. That's not going to happen. That was overtime game where he played almost every minute. So I think like between 25 to 35 minutes is something you can expect from him tonight. And even in that spot, this looks like a great bet. 19.2 points and rebounds. Anders came against Bucks in a game where he had 14, so he was hooked, but he had only 4 rebounds on 9 rebounding chances, so that's a rough one. And against the Clippers, which is terrible matchup for him, and he shot 2 from 6 from the floor, so he was close to covering that one as well. So yeah, I do like this bet. Also, they will send doubles to Tyrese Maxey and Paul George, so that will open up some threes for Yabusele. So you can combine like everything, or just take over 14.5 points and rebounds.
all right. So we have a bunch queued up. I'm gonna cap it at what we have right now, just because we have to record something afterwards, and I have to get to the office today. But just to keep it moving here, we have Yakov asking about Jimmy buckets, 3 assists, Bam Adebayo, 12+ points, and Cade, 6+ rebounds at 1.94 odds. So roughly -107, something like that.
Yeah,
So
I don't know. Like I don't see connections. Like buckets
try to make these
and
correlated, I'd say.
I don't think I don't think this is like Bam and Jimmy buckets is correlated for sure. Don't see Cade rebounds. I think Cade assists could probably be better in this spot. Cade high line, so points under and lower points on assist over is very correlated and a good bet against Miami. Overall, I have no opinion on buckets in Bam. I think that should be okay.
We have Nicholas Jepson asking about Malik Monk over 5.5 assists at +105. Malik Monk definitely taken some strides as a playmaker this season, which I can't believe I'm saying, but
yeah, he just got more minutes. I think Monk was. I said it on the show like 15 times over the last couple of last 2.5 seasons. I think Monk is the best creator on the team.
yes.
Yeah. So I do like this overall because it's plus money. Matchup is great. They'll send 2 on the ball on pick and rolls. Who knows? I don't know. There should be easy target in transition for Mac, but I like lean over if that's the question. Yeah.
All right. And we'll do last betting question here from Arthur asking about LaMelo line as a whole, just because if there is a minutes restriction, doesn't believe it's going to be huge. So do you think LaMelo Ball is being priced at a mark right now, which favors a minutes restriction? Any thoughts on LaMelo's minutes for today? Like points are at 23.5, which
I
if
do
he's
lean
playing
over on
full
points.
minutes, he's going to cover.
I lean
Sorry.
points over. I just don't want Nick Richards to happen, like stuff like that. Like you don't know with this team, they don't need to play him heavy minutes because they are not here to win. That's the thing. But I like the matchup, kind of like the over if he gets 30 minutes. If that's the question, do I think if he gets 30 minutes, he should get 32 minutes in this matchup. Coming back, I don't think they return if he's not ready. When he is ready, he is going to play 30 plus. So I think you could bet over 23.5.
All right, there you go. Final question was from Steven NC asking about the season show tracking to date. We track all of our picks publicly on BetStamp. You can find them at Pick and Roll. Pick and Roll, one word, the name of the show. BetStamp.app/Pick and Roll for all the show's picks. We don't show them as we show them once they grade, so you can track all the records. Unfortunately, this season, we're down just above 6 units after a tough week last week. We're about break even going into the week, so hopefully we're on track this week to recoup that and get on track, especially for the end of the year and as we get to the Christmas period. So we will see. We have 3 picks in action for today's show just to do that. Let's see how things go here. Starting off, we have Grady Dick, 15-plus points and 2+ three-pointers made. Jakob Poeltl, 15-plus points, and RJ Barrett, 6+ assists. I have the wrong price there, but that is in the Chicago game against the Toronto Raptors. We got that plus 251 at FanDuel. And as always, see if you have any bonus tokens available for plays like this to get that price even higher up. In the Cleveland-Brooklyn game, we have Evan Mobley over 23.5 points and rebounds. That was minus 125 or better. Minus 120 was also available, though these have moved since we did give it out live. So live viewers get the best prices. Utah and Clippers, we have James Harden, 8+ assists, Norman Powell, 15+ points, and 2+ three-pointers made. That's minus 102 when we got that at FanDuel. So that's where we go. Thank you so much for tuning into the show today. We really appreciate all the support. Let's keep it going. Make sure you have hit that like button if you have not done so already. Subscribe to the channel because tomorrow we have our NBA Cup preview going out in video form. Stay tuned for that with a notification bell, and we will see you again next time.